Have you ever been in a conversation and the other person checked their phone while you were talking? Or you shared something important to you and they just changed the subject? These aren't accidents. These are signs. 7 specific behaviors that tell you clearly someone doesn't respect you. And by the end of this video, you're not just going to recognize them, you're going to know exactly what to do about it. Because here's the thing most people don't realize. Disrespect isn't always loud. It's not always dramatic. Most of the time, it's subtle, it's polite, it's easy to miss, until you know what you're looking for. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So here's what I want to ask you. Do you keep them in your life? That's the real question. And signs 6 and 7, those are the ones that'll help you answer it. Let's get into it. Before we get into the signs, I want to make something clear. This video isn't about teaching you to be paranoid, it's not about cutting everyone out of your life, and it's definitely not about being oversensitive. It's about clarity. Because here's what happens when you don't have clarity. You spend months, sometimes years, second-guessing yourself, wondering if you're overreacting, wondering if you're the problem. And meanwhile, the person disrespecting you, they keep doing it because there's no consequence. So this video is about giving you the language to recognize what's happening. And once you have that language, you can make a decision. Here's how this works. I'm going to walk you through 7 behaviors. For each one, I'll show you what it looks like, why it's a problem, and how to recognize it in your own life. And then at the end, we're going to talk about what to do. Because knowing the signs is useless if you don't know how to respond. Sound good? Let's go. Sign number 1. And this one's so common, most people don't even notice it. They interrupt you constantly. Now, I'm not talking about someone accidentally cutting you off once in a conversation. That's normal. I'm talking about a pattern. You start to say something, and they cut you off mid-sentence to talk about themselves. Or they finish your sentences for you, but not in a helpful way. In a way that says, I already know what you're going to say, so I don't need to hear it. Here's why this matters. Interrupting is a power move. It's a way of saying what I have to say is more important than what you have to say. And when someone does it repeatedly, when they never let you finish a thought, they're telling you they don't value your voice. So if you've noticed this happening with someone in your life, pay attention, because it's usually just the beginning. Sign number 2, and this one starts to hurt. They dismiss your feelings. You tell them something upsets you, and instead of listening, they say things like, you're being too sensitive. It's not a big deal. You're overreacting. Or, and this one's sneaky, they flip it back on you. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Here's what that does. It makes you question your own reality. You start thinking, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I'm the problem. And that's exactly what they want you to think. Because when your feelings are dismissed, you stop expressing them. And when you stop expressing them, they get to keep doing whatever they want without consequence. This isn't just disrespect. This is emotional manipulation. So if someone in your life consistently makes you feel like your emotions don't matter, that's not normal. That's a sign. Sign number 3, and you've probably experienced this one. They only reach out when they need something. You don't hear from them for weeks, months even, and then suddenly your phone lights up. Hey, how have you been? And for a second, you think, oh, they're checking in. That's nice. But then 30 seconds later, so actually, I need a favor. And there it is. Here's the pattern. When things are going well for them, you don't exist. When they need help, you're suddenly their best friend. That's not a relationship. That's a transaction. And what makes it worse is this. When you need something from them, they're busy. They're unavailable. They don't respond. But when they need you, you're expected to drop everything. That's not mutual respect. That's being used. If this is how someone treats you, they don't respect you. They respect what you can do for them. And that's a huge difference. Sign number 4, and this one's a deal breaker for a lot of people. They don't keep their word. They say they'll show up. They don't. They say they'll call you back. They don't. They make a promise. They break it. And here's the thing. The first time, maybe it's an accident. Life happens. People make mistakes. But when it becomes a pattern, when you can't rely on them to do what they said they do, that's disrespect. Because here's what keeping your word actually means. It means you value the other person enough to follow through. When someone repeatedly breaks your promises to you, they're telling you you're not worth the effort. And what makes it worse is the excuse. There's always an excuse. I got busy. Something came up. I forgot. But notice this. They don't forget the things that matter to them. They don't miss the things they care about. They only forget you. So if you've been dealing with someone who says one thing and does another over and over, that's not unreliability. That's disrespect.
Sign number 5, and this is the one people always defend. They make jokes at your expense. In front of other people, they say something that embarrasses you, something that makes you look bad, something that hurts. And when you react, when you say, hey, that wasn't cool, they laugh it off. It's just a joke. Come on, don't be so sensitive. You know I'm kidding. But here's the thing about jokes. Jokes are supposed to make people laugh, not make people feel small. When someone repeatedly uses humor to belittle you, to mock you, to embarrass you, to make you the punchline, that's not humor. That's cruelty disguised as humor. And the fact that they call it a joke doesn't make it okay. Respect means I don't use you for laughs. I don't make you feel small so I can feel big. So if someone in your life does this and then acts like you're the problem for not finding it funny, that person doesn't respect you. All right, we're getting to the ones I mentioned at the start, the ones that hit different. Sign number 6, they don't celebrate your wins. You get a promotion, you finish something you've been working on for months, you accomplish something important to you. And when you tell them, nothing. No excitement, no, that's amazing. No genuine happiness for you. At best, you get a flat, cool. At worst, they change the subject, or they one-up you. Oh yeah? Well, Here's why this hurts so much. When someone respects you, they want good things for you. Your success doesn't threaten them, it makes them happy. But when someone doesn't respect you, your success is uncomfortable for them because it reminds them of what they're not doing, or it shifts the attention away from them. So they downplay it, they minimize it, they make it about themselves. And you're left feeling like maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was, it is. And if the people in your life can't celebrate you when you're winning, what are they even there for? And sign number 7, the big one. They violate your boundaries repeatedly. You tell them something bothers you. You set a clear boundary. You say, please don't do this. And they do it anyway. Maybe they apologize the first time. Maybe they say, I didn't know. Okay, fair enough. But then they do it again and again. And at that point, it's not about not knowing, it's about not caring. Because here's the truth. When someone respects you, they respect your limits. They don't test them. They don't push them. They don't treat them like optional suggestions. But when someone doesn't respect you, your boundaries are inconvenient to them, so they ignore them. And what makes this the worst sign of all is this. It's not subtle anymore. At this point, they know what they're doing. They just don't care. So if you've been dealing with someone who repeatedly crosses the lines you've drawn, that's not someone who struggles with boundaries. That's someone who doesn't respect you. Okay, so we just went through 7 signs. Let me recap them quickly. They interrupt you constantly. They dismiss your feelings. They only reach out when they need something. They don't keep their word. They make jokes at your expense. They don't celebrate your wins. They violate your boundaries repeatedly. Now, if you recognized 1 or 2 of these in someone you know, that's worth paying attention to. But if you recognized 5, 6, all 7, that's not a misunderstanding. That's a pattern. And patterns don't change unless something forces them to change. So here's the question you have to ask yourself. Is it worth keeping this person in your life? Here's the framework I use. Step 1, communicate. You tell them directly what's bothering you. No hints, no passive-aggressive comments. You say it clearly. When you do X, it makes me feel Y. I need you to stop. Simple, direct. Step 2, watch what happens. Do they listen? Do they apologize? Do they actually change their behavior? Or do they get defensive? Do they blame you? Do they keep doing it? Because that tells you everything. If they change, great. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe they genuinely didn't know. But if they don't change, if they double down, if they dismiss you, if they keep doing it, then you have your answer. They don't respect you, and they're not going to. Now, here's the hard part, and this is where a lot of people get stuck. Recognizing the signs is the easy part. What most people don't know is how to act on it, without exploding, without swallowing it, and without spending months wondering what to do. There's a book called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud that deals with exactly that. It's not about being difficult or cutting everyone out of your life. It's about understanding what you accept and what you don't, and communicating that in a way people actually respect. If you're serious about this, that book will give you the tools. Links in the description. So, here's the decision you have to make. Do you keep investing in someone who doesn't respect you, or do you protect your peace and walk away? Because here's the truth. You can't force someone to respect you, but you can decide that you're not available for people who don't. And that decision, that's power. Look, I get it. This video might have been uncomfortable to watch, because maybe you recognized someone in your life. Maybe you recognized multiple people. And now you're sitting here thinking, what do I do with this? Here's what I want you to know. You're not overreacting. If something feels off, it probably is. You're not being too sensitive. Your feelings are valid, and you don't owe anyone access to you just because they want it. Respect is a two-way street. If it's only going one direction, it's not respect, it's tolerance, and you deserve better than that. So if this video helped you see something clearly that you've been ignoring for too long, I'm glad. And if you want more content like this, real, practical, no BS psychology, hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to keep making videos like this. Take care of yourself, and remember, you get to decide.